Greetings, brothers and sisters of Lutheran Church of Hope, coming to you from the worship space of Iglesia Luterana Cristo Rey here in El Paso, Texas. We're here on the second day of the mystery trip, Saturday. We spent the day in El Paso. Not much travel, but we learned a lot about the church and its work here and the challenges and the life of what it means to be in El Paso, Texas, either as an American citizen or an immigrant or an undocumented resident of this part of the country. An eye-opening day for sure. We began the day going to a place called the Annunciation House. You think of the Annunciation, the angel visiting Mary and bringing good news. For the many different people, the Annunciation House serves as a respite house, as well as a place to come to in times of trouble. I'm here with one of our incredible high school youth, Jessica Hagen. And Jessica, what do you think about the Announcement House?
I thought it was really eye-opening. I learned a lot about how the immigrants come in and what they have to do to get all the paperwork and everything set correctly. And it's really eye-opening because there's a bunch of families there, and I never really thought about how families would have to find place and shelter and still have to go on.
Great. After the Annunciation House, we traveled about 40 miles outside of the city to the colonias. Now, the colonias are a settlement, for lack of a better term, outside of El Paso. You often think of colonias in cities like Juarez or Tijuana or Laredo, or if you've been in Central America, but they're right here in El Paso, Texas, on the outskirts of town, and we'll certainly share some more stories. We met a family, an undocumented family, who's been through separation due to immigration issues and so forth. But to survive, the mother has made a living making tamales, and we were treated with an incredible, generous tamale feast that was just yummy. And then we heard their story. Jessica, what did you think of their story?
I thought it was really touching on how... So their story was kind of like they came here and the mother and the children stayed, and then the father had to go back, and then he was trapped. He was like not trapped, but he had to stay back there because he couldn't get over because he already was caught, and similar to that. But one thing that was really interesting to me is she spent 2.5 years taking care of her children alone, and she had to send money to him to get him back with smugglers, and he asked her to stop, and it was really interesting how she decided to take over. She was about to go back, but then she didn't, and she stayed because she wanted a better life for her children.
Okay, thanks. After a short siesta in the afternoon, we then did some driving around El Paso. We went up and visited the border fence. There's a picture later on in the e-anchor of the border fence. The border fence is 18 feet tall. It has 3 layers of mesh, and then 6 feet of concrete underneath the ground. That in the center of that concrete is steel plates. An estimated $3 to $6 million a foot to build this fence. Unbelievably secure and quite a sight to see. We went to Andale, a Mexican restaurant, for dinner. Had some wonderful dinner and some wonderful singing, and then took a driving tour of the University of Texas, El Paso, as we looked at one of the universities of our town as we travel. We finished with Pastor Rosemary Sanchez Guzman here, the pastor at Cristo Rey, leading us in a short devotion and Holy Communion. So Jessica, if you could, in just a few words, sum up today.
Amazing. I learned so much in just one day, and it's really eye-opening to see everything, especially with everything going on and all the media.
Certainly an eye-opening day. In Lutheran Church of Hope, we thank you for your constant support and generosity in helping make this trip happen. Tomorrow, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It's a mystery, but stay tuned for the next e-anchor where you will hear all about the adventures of the second triennial mystery trip of our high school youth. Lutheran Church of Hope, peace out, be full of hope. Thanks be to God for you.